Okay, so I decided that I wanted to build near the bridge. So we were towards the front of Sanctuary instead of way back up the path. And I was going to use this foundation of a ruined house. But I had a lot of trouble getting these blocks to snap together. I felt like the snapping just did not really work that well. So here I'm trying to align the foundation, and it took a lot. So I just sort of skipped that for you. It took me a long time to do that. And as I was trying to find some walls, I was looking for windows. I really wanted windows, but all of the glass was broken out, which I didn't understand why. We can build all of these things, we can put all this together, but we can't find a few pieces of just non-broken glass. So I'm pretty sure that what I ended up going with here, that this isn't actually glass, that it's just open walls. But I wanted to be able to see out. I didn't want to live with just solid walls. I might as well have stayed in the vault otherwise. So at this point I'm trying to decide, is this enough space? So I thought I will try to put a second floor up so that we had some more space, but then it kind of felt like it was closed in on me. So I decided to just sort of do just a balcony that kind of went all the way around. I probably should have put some safety railing there, but I didn't. You don't actually take damage from falling that. In real life, you probably would seriously hurt yourself. But we're not in real life. So here, I am trying to find. I had put down a generator, so we had some power, and it was very loud. So I wanted to make a sort of like a shed kind of thing that I could keep away from the main building, but still be close enough that I could get the power to the main building. And the power turned out to be an absolute nightmare. I had gone in, I had placed down a few lights. Coming up here after I finally finagle this into place. And I wanted to put... I wasn't 100% sure how the lighting worked. And I knew that the lights needed power. So I was kind of under the impression that maybe I just had to attach these things to the building, and then it would know that it's attached. It is very unintuitive how this works. It was definitely not just like, and see there, I saw one of the lights was on. I was like, oh yes, and then no, only one light is on. And so I thought, okay, what's going to have to happen is everywhere that I have a light, I need to have one of these conduits. So I resigned myself to putting these conduits all over the roof. And I had trouble stringing up the wire here, so I had to put more conduits down so that the wire didn't touch the building itself, which again I thought was very unintuitive. Okay, so I got both lights going there, so I thought, okay, great. And then I saw that I could use these pipes instead of wire. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to make a ring around the entire roof so that I don't have to have these wires sticking up. I don't have to have these things sticking up. I'm just going to use this piping to get power all around the roof. Unfortunately, as we'll find out later, that does not solve the entire problem. So I did manage to get lighting in the rooftop, but when I went to put some lighting down in the first floor, none of them would light up. So, needless to say, the lighting structure, the way that they've done it is, what's the right word? Irritating. It's tedious for no reason. These little things that radiate power. There should have been. They should radiate out power farther, I guess is what I'm getting at. Because see here, I'm like, oh yes, they're all lit up. All the lights are lit up. Success. And then, of course, I didn't like these lights, so I wanted to go with something else. And I'm like, yes, all the lights are working. So I'm swapping out for the light bulbs. I don't know why I just found those fluorescent panel lighting. I just found them to be too, I don't know. They just seemed out of place. So now here I am completely confused. One of those light bulbs on the bottom lit up, and the others did not. So at this point I figure, okay, I'm going to have to get one of these power things somehow up to the front in order to light up those other lights. And this whole bit was just a nightmare. So I'm trying to get these pipes back around to our little power generator. Alright, so we've got power there, but the lights still didn't lit up. So now I'm like, oh, come on, you've got to give me a break here. This part was truly frustrating. Doing the lighting, of course, now obviously it was my first time doing it, so I didn't know what to expect, but it was so unintuitive. It really took a lot of guesswork to try to figure out how it works. And in the end, it felt like it was just not worth it. Like it was just too much of a pain. And I assume that in the future, if I do it again, if I do another build, that it'll be easier because I'll sort of have some kind of idea as to how much distance I can get from the light. And see that one light still didn't light up, and I'm like, wait, I've got a thing right here. There's a radiator right here. No, it's not close enough. So it was extremely frustrating. So there I finally got all the lights lit up, and I'm going to replace with some metal stairs, same that are on the inside. Okay, and I had seen this little gem so that when you warp back, you'll warp right to that mat. And here I saw, oh, a water. I can generate clean water. So I saw that it was a machine, and I just assumed it was going to make a lot of noise, so I wanted to put it over by the generator. And now I'm grabbing all of the workbenches, my bed, and bringing them over to the new structure. So what I was thinking was that I would put all of the crafting stuff down at the bottom so I can warp in, and I'm right there with all of my crafting stations. And then I would have upstairs as sort of a bedroom kind of area. And I really wanted to be able to see out while I was doing the crafting. Of course, while you're in the crafting station, you don't really see out. But I just liked the idea of having everything open and being able to see what's coming, especially if you're in a hostile environment. You don't want something to just sneak up on you. You want to know ahead of time if something is headed your way. So here I wanted to build some defenses, and I thought, well, they should be up high. So I was going to build like a little tower thing, and then I saw this staircase that already had little platforms on it, and I thought it was perfect to put up a few of these machine gun turrets. And at first I was going to go 2, and then I thought, no, let's make sure we can aim at every angle. So I got all the corners. And now I am going to decorate the insides of our structure. And I thought, okay, we're going to put down some food so we can grow some food. I'm not really 100% sure if we really need this, because mostly we drink water, we have stim packs and such, but I thought, let's go ahead and put a little bit of everything. Here I was looking at the other crafting stations, just kind of looking at what else is in the menus, and I didn't really see anything else that was that interesting. I like the idea of these cabinets, these arcade cabinets, but they all required individual power. So, and at this point here, I am putting down a bed for our Vault-Tec buddy. So I'm not sure if he sleeps. He definitely wanders around. So I thought it'd be nice to give him his own bed. This is just sort of for aesthetic reasons. I just felt like, each person should have their own little storage area and a tool box, rolling toolbox. I'm not sure what those are called. There may be a specific name for it, but the extra large toolbox over by the power armor. And this is a bobblehead stand. I'm not 100% sure how that works. We do have a couple of bobbleheads, so I wanted to come over here and see if we can we actually put the bobbleheads on there. I'm not sure, so we will definitely check that out. And here I just wanted to put some seating. I wanted like a couch, maybe just a lounge chair. This is purely for decorating purposes. There's absolutely, as far as I can tell, there's absolutely no reason to have couches and chairs. There's no reason to have anything other than a bed and these crafting stations, as far as I can tell. It would be kind of nice if you could have, and maybe I'm just missing this, but it would be nice if you could have your person, like I have one person here, the Vault-Tec guy. It'd be nice if he could, like if I could just come into town, dump all my stuff into a certain container or something, and then he would break it down for me. That would be amazing. So there I put a little house for Doggo, and then I saw these oil lamps, and I thought, oh, those are nice, and they do not require electricity. So we put a couple of those out front. You saw we put the Vault Girl and the Vault Boy as a welcoming into Sanctuary. And I was just kind of looking through some of the miscellaneous stuff. I saw the jukebox. I saw there was a nice clean trash can. And so here we are. So as you come into Sanctuary, you see the Vault Boy, Vault Girl. I did absolutely nothing with the other sides of Sanctuary, and this is our building. So we can see it at night. We come in, we've got our cooking station, our armor and weapon station, a bench that we can just put junk in, our little lounge area, food, power armor, and of course, bed for Vault Tech guy. He still hasn't given me his name, so I'm just calling him Vault Tech. And my own bed. And off to the left there, you can see our little security station, as it were. And then right down here through the back, all of our wires. And we have our generator and water station. I'm not sure how the water works. If it's sort of like a well and it just brings it up from the ground. It said you had to put it in dirt, which I thought was weird. I thought we were gonna like put it in the river and it would somehow like filter out the radiation. But yeah, so as a first building, I thought it turned out all right.